Hey family, how you guys doing? Listen. I know a lot of you guys are like, yeah, I really don't want to give up what's making you sick, but I just want to talk to you today about what's really making you sick and are you willing to give it up? Because a lot of people, I can say, is it a lot? Because we seem to be having all these diseases and we don't really want to see what the culprit is. So that's why I just made this video because in my mind I was talking to Henry this morning. He was we was just talking a little bit and handling some business, And I was like, I'm just gonna go live. I'm just gonna go live because I recorded my podcast and I got 3 emails and it was asking how to lose weight. And I just want to say, what's really making you sick? Are you willing to give up what's making you sick? And that's why I just went on Canva, did my little thumbnail. And I was like, let's really talk. Let's really talk. Let's really talk. Let me make sure I fix my camera. Make sure it's fine. Y'all can come on. Y'all can come on here. Want to ask questions, put stuff in the chat, give it a thumbs up, whatever y'all need to do. But are you really want to give up what's making you sick? Because it's like we all got this free will. We got this God-given right. Y'all know y'all can't, just let that go. Because we all have it. We all have the free will. So that free will gives you, give you the go ahead, especially your mind, your heart, your body, your soul, the whole thing. But anyway, the free will, you are you are just eating stuff, but you're not looking at if it's giving you quality, if it's really giving you nutrients. And I'm gonna tell you, family, everything you eat will give you something. I'm not going to say it's going to give you nutrients, but every single piece of thing that you put in your mouth, on your skin, in your skin, it's going to give you something. It's going to give you either something, how words have power. It's going to give you something that's not going to go against your body. Well, let's say it's going to go against nature. And it's going to go against your body, or it's going to be the wonderful and best thing. Your body be like, dang, you finally listening to her, that girl herbalist Viola calling herself the colon queen. Are you finally listening to her? Because we ain't poop in a while. She said if you eating 3 meals a day, that thing, that funny word breakfast is breaking a fast when you wake up, and there's lunch and there's dinner, and some people even do supper. I don't know if you're doing 4 meals, 5 meals, but if you have a snack, putting gum in your mouth, which you're putting tar and tire and motor oil, y'all go look at the studies. But we're looking at these words: breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper, snack, whatever. If you're eating all that and you're not going really 3 times, even a minimum of 2 times a day, something is seriously wrong. That's why I call myself the colon queen, because y'all don't really realize that that's where everything starts. And look, just putting it out there for those you had a bypass. We talking about that gastric bypass. Please, you only absorb in your mouth. And I just, that's not my lane, but it's the digestive system to get inside your colon for your body to get stuff out. But you guys absorb through your mouth, because all this moving the hard way and going there and fixing and rearranging stuff, you absorb through your mouth. And make sure you got the best juicer, really, too, and a nice blender. But anyway, family, anyway, just had to put that public safety announcement out there, because they ain't gonna tell you. And I'm gonna slow it down, because it's like I'm a little riled up this morning. Got a whole lot of stuff going. Just so you know, I'm finally happy to. And this is a commercial. I got to throw a commercial out there. So I finally have products in a store, a real store, family. You see the background. So I just said, let me go on live real quick because I'm gonna be moving and shaking and I'm gonna be disappearing for a little while. But it's gonna be hard for me to go live unless I go real early in the morning or real late at night because I'm putting stuff in the store and I'll be working in the store. No, it is not my store, but I'll be working in the store just for a little while, volunteering, doing some things, trying to teach some classes and stuff. But anyway, I just want to put that out there. So if y'all in Fayetteville, North Carolina, the address is 137 North Raleigh Road, right here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. But commercial over. I got to put that tip out there. But family, if we really seriously, fam, let me bring that word. But if we seriously want to, stop what's making us sick. And a lot of people, look, everything, not talking about the free will, but just think about your mind. People plant seeds, people plant seeds. I don't know if you had that praying grandma or herbalist grandma or ones that's going there, be cooking up stuff, going and making salves, tinctures, and doing all that. They already put that in your heart. You already heard different vegans or vegetarians inside the schools. You already heard different people. You be thinking they're freaks, and they just be the happiest and if this a word, sickless. If that's a word, sickless, because if you see them having a runny nose, that's what your body's supposed to do. If you see them sneezing, that's what your body's supposed to do. If you see tears coming out their eyes, watery this, watery that, diarrhea, it's because your body, you don't put something in your body like, what the hell? And even if you're constipated, your body's like, yo, can I get something else? Your body's saying give you something else. But we look at them as freaks when they wasn't. You be like, wait a minute. You're right. They live until 110. And that was like way back then, because we can go back and forth with this meat thing. We can go back and forth with this dairy thing. But the truth and the studies are already there. And I got to put my disclaimer because y'all know I'm not a medical doctor. I am not a medical doctor. I'm herbalist Viola, colon queen, really the colon queen. So because of that, my disclaimer, anything that we share, anything I speak about, it's not here to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Y'all go see the white coats for that. Y'all go see your primary care provider. So I had to put that in there because I'm learning the algorithm. I'm learning this shared space called the metaverse or whatever they call this. And we got to be careful what we say, got to be careful what they say because I don't want to disappear. But I just want to throw the question back to you. Are you willing to give up what's making you sick? What's really making you sick? I was chatting with a young lady, we did a wellness call. Yeah, we did a wellness chat because I'll be on my phone. I'll be texting people back and forth, giving them a little information. But I remember having a wellness call with this young lady, and she was telling me she's back in the hospital. And y'all know something about these babies. Oh my goodness, something about the babies. I just pour my heart out and I just try to still reach back out. But we was texting back and forth. I was sending her some good news, some good news. And she told me she was in the hospital. And these labels that we put on each other. Look, I know I said this before in the last video, but I need to reiterate this. When we go get these labels put on us and say things like lupus, cancer, diabetes, herpes, whatever, sleep, insomnia, when we put these labels on ourselves, we never go back and say, well, doctor or provider, whoever's in front of you giving you these diseases or these labels, did you happen to say, well, which organ is that? Did you happen to say that? Did you just go and say, well, how did I get it? What's the solution? You giving me this subscriptions, these Skittles, and you like, at what point should I get off of? You want a solution to the problem. You want to correct the issue. Because like when I was telling people, when your nose run, when you cough, when you sneeze, when you're defecating, it's loose and it's hard, Those are what your body's supposed to do because it's a reaction for what we're putting in our body that's making us sick. And family, did you ever we sit down to the dinner table. Let's sit down. Let's think about like what time is? I know it's Easter Coast. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning right now, 10:30. I don't know what you had for breakfast, but this morning I had a bowl of blueberries. I had a bowl of blueberries that I washed up and cleaned up and I ate them. I ate a whole blueberry. Now I think about what's the side effects. Think about. I mean, like, what's the side effect? Oh, it's going to give me nutrients. It's going to give me that energy. It's going to get that. It's going to give me that vitality. It's going to give me that. Ooh, because God put that out there. Mother Nature grew that. Yeah, we got farmers and stuff that grow it, but it came from the earth, and I ate something whole. Then I throw it back to you. Who sat there and had the blueberries, but they added oatmeal? Who? You know, I'm asking. Who added oatmeal to their blueberries? Rather, who covered their blueberries and smothered the nutrients and the antioxidants and all the nutrients that the blueberries gave you because you went and threw some grains and some like they tell me some whole wheat BS. And I had to say that because I'm trying different grains. Like people ask me, what's going on my neck, and I'm like, I'm allergic to certain things that I'm putting in my body. Is because I am testing things out just so you guys can see, so you guys can bear witness to what's going on. But like I said, throwing back to the oatmeal, how many people had the oatmeal that covered the vitamins and nutrients of those blueberries? Because what did the oatmeal do? We got to think. Is the oatmeal making me sick? And I know you be like, oh, what are you talking about oatmeal? Some of y'all can eat it and some of y'all can't. Some of y'all can eat it. Family, we got to really think. Some of y'all can eat it, some of y'all can't. How can I put it? It's no one size fits all with all this food that's out there. Like these chicken sandwiches and this breads and this bread that grandma used to make back way back when. Grandma used to That's the bread your body can how can I put it? Back in the day, like I said, because they taking germs and it's being spliced in the sugar, the not the sugar, but the flour is being changed, it's being altered, it's being bioengineered. That's a word for your behind that y'all need to look and read, y'all. Just look at the ingredients. It's all pretty at the bottom. If it says bioengineered, then you know what's making you sick. If it's GMO, then you know what's making you sick. Y'all can go on the TikTok and follow the hashtags. Follow the hashtags and go in there and investigate and look at what's making you sick. You know, we gotta go in there. What's making you sick? We gotta go in there and really look at this thing. Like I wanted to just keep talking about this free will. Yes, we have this free will that we can go in and look. If you sit in front of the TV and sit in front of movies and eat the big gallon of popcorn, small is fine. And I'm saying maybe once a month. I know I was looking on this YouTube, and one of these doctors, it's a well-known doctor, and he was saying how popcorn can heal you. He used another word because they can do that. I can't. But he said how popcorn. I'm like, popcorn ain't doing nothing for me. For this melanated body, popcorn is not going to digest, because if you eat a piece of corn, it comes out the same thing. Same thing when you eat that kernel of popcorn, it's going to come out the same way. Same way you eat that popcorn and you be like throwing out the shells and you choking and all this other stuff. Moderation, family, moderation, moderation, moderation. Because it's a free will, and this is the free will, and this is the mind and everything that when people say, hey, I want to lose weight. So this video was prompted because I got the email saying they really want to lose weight. And I'm like, are they really looking at my videos? Are they really checking out and really following me? And go back and look, if y'all go on to my podcast, which is Very Wise Alternatives, is on Anchor, or it's been shipped to Spotify. I don't know. Just Google it. It'll come up. Y'all know that Google is like the new algorithm. It will come up, family. It'll come up. You'll put Very Wise Alternatives. You either get the website, the Pinterest, or you'll get the Instagram, but you'll get something. Just keep going in there and you'll find it. I've been doing podcasts since 2020. You're like, dang, you talk that much? Yes. That's why I was like, okay, so let me go live because I want to talk about what's really making you sick. Another thing is what's really making you fat, or another thing, what's really making you skinny, because there's people who are skinny because their body is not absorbing. See, the thing is the absorption. Your body's not getting the nutrients. And then the ones that's heavy and your body is taking into the nutrients because you're giving yourself so much inflammation. You're giving so much, it's like you giving yourself so much fat stuff that's taken into your body's processing it. And you can eat all day, your body's going to process it and store it up instead of you eating, you know, twice a day or once a day, and you got to hydrate. So you got to really pay attention to exactly what I'm saying. You got to hydrate, and you have to really key on to what your body is saying to you, what your body's really saying to you. Because if you get up 2-3 o'clock in the morning, your body ain't saying I'm hungry. Your body's saying I'm sleepy. Get your behind back in the bed. That's what your body. So ain't nothing in that refrigerator is going to solve what's going on with you. And you guys already know it. It's not going to solve what's going on with you, because a lot of us, like I got a course. I'm going to go ahead and say I got a course that's telling you guys to face the mirror. I'm telling you guys to face the mirror. But the only reason I want you to face the mirror, because the person that you're looking at is the only person that you're in competition with. And we have to stop criticizing ourselves, because let me tell you, you speaking life and death over your whole body. That's why when I look in the mirror, I be like, girl, you fabulous. I'm fabulous. I'm beautiful. I'm brilliant. I speak life. You have to speak life, because when we criticize ourselves, you never know what cell or what thought or whatever went into your head, and you like, you speaking out to the universe, and you done put that on you, and then you wonder why, you having this gloom day. You done ate a big burger, and you tell me, oh, it ain't beef. It's a veggie burger, or it's a bean burger. Stop eating the black beans. I gotta say that again. You're like, oh, but this is this type of burger. Okay, so if you did not put that burger together with some mushrooms, hear me out, family. If it's already processed and you just nuking it, run. You're just eating grease and fat. You're eating something that's not even going to digest in your body. It's just going to sit. It's going to sit. It's going to, and we could talk about it. We could talk about it, because when I gotta say it slow, because I'm jumping around. But when we take that burger, you already got a bun. What kind of bread is on top of holding it? We got to investigate and look at exactly what we're eating. So you already got the bun. That's a no-go if you didn't cook that bun yourself. I'm gonna say it. Did you make the bread? Was it out of coconut flour, or chickpeas, or a flour that you can absorb? Because if you keep, and it's like, family, look, I'm not inciting anything, but we just got a question. Like, we're talking about what's making us sick. And I'm talking about the favorite meal, like the pizza and the hamburger. That's a quick go-to. That's a quick go-to for lunch. And lunch should be your heaviest meal. So we're going to talk about this bun with the bread. The bread now. You be like, whoo, that bread going to make me stuff. That bread is what break me out. Break me out. Dairy already go in there and be like Freddy Krueger inside of my stomach. And it's not even really my stomach. It's my stomach. And then when it get into my small intestines, it just run back through. You be like, whoa. bubble guts. And I'd be like, okay, I had some dairy and didn't realize it. So, we got to think about what's really making us sick. So we're going back to that hamburger. Like, Viola, you keep talking about that hamburger. But that's the quickest thing you go to. Everybody, it's like, we want to change. We want to change. Key thing, family, we want to change. But are we willing to change? A lot of us, we're not facing the mirror. We're not forgiving. We're not forgetting our parents. We're not forgiving we're not the person that dumped us, hurt us, raped us, killed somebody in our family. That's the forgiveness we got to go. You're like, Viola, are we talking about what's making us sick? Yes, because your mind is poisoned. Your mind is being poisoned, and you like, well, how would I change it? That's why that's what I'm telling you to change. You're not giving up what's making you sick. You need to give up them sick thoughts, them thoughts that we put in our head. Yes, I know what I said with Dick Gregory. It was a Dick Gregory, or I forgot the man name. Rest in peace. His name will come back to me. His name will come back to me. But y'all know what I mean. Y'all go onto my podcast and you'll see what I'm talking about. We know how this world is. We know. But that don't mean you need to change your heart and be bitter, crazy, and nasty, and yeah. You don't have to be like that, because we wasn't made like that. We were not made like that until we introduced abundance of meat in our bodies. And that's when we turned violent. I just put it that way. We could just say that's when we turned violent. We're not in our purpose. Because when I got off the meat, I woke up like, man, that's what's been weighing me down. Is that's been tearing up my colon? Is that why I wasn't going for like a week? And I mean, why you think I'd be calling myself the colon queen? Why you think that was the main thing that I'm always saying? Family, you keep the main thing the main thing. My story, the main thing is my main thing was my colon. Yeah, I talked about my bladder, but my bladder, issue is what, dealing, my daughter speaking to me, waking me up saying, don't sit on that couch to die early. That exactly what she was pretty much telling me. And I know, but like, bring it back. I had to get off that couch and realize what was making me sick and stop taking them 13 to 17 different prescriptions that I was taking. I was even putting a cream. Y'all know how we get this candida when I realize what it is. Under these bra straps with these bras, we shouldn't even, we shouldn't be wearing these bras, family, girl, women, my queens, my goddesses. It's just another thing, that we're doing. But anyway, I even had cream, some steroid cream to put under a rash that I was, and I'm like, believing that that's what's going to work. I was believing that was going to work. And I know I did a video on it. If you really follow me, my day ones, I know I'm shaking my leg. And I'm like, I'm actually putting that on my body. My body's absorbing it. And then I'm wondering why am I sleepy, tired, irritable, don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to answer the phone. I'm like, I was, I was quickly dying, but I was like, no, because I want to live, because I'm going to live. I'm going to shine. I'm going to be in my purpose. Now I'm in my purpose. And it's like, people be like, are you going to work? And I'm like, going to what work? I go to the flea market and people are like, you at work? I'm like, why y'all keep saying at work? That's my passion. I love what I do. I was sitting there. I don't even care if only get one customer. And if I just tell them, hey, you need to drink H3O2, I am happy. And that just fills my cup. I mean, it fills my cup to where I'm like, okay, I did that. I led them and put that seed in their head, and I'm happy. You be like, what? Yes, because they came to me because guess what? Something was making them sick and they was willing to give up, or they was wondering what was making them sick. Or I had little notes and it said, hey, how's your colon? Are you pooping 2 to 3 times a day? Or it'll say, hey, are you sleeping? Do you know you heal when you sleep? Those questions put thoughts in people's head. People come to the booth and they be like, I don't sleep. And I'd be like, okay, this is what you should do. For one thing, we're not back in nature. I just put, I don't even know if I put it before, but I just be doing double things. Do y'all know that they even speak about us putting shoes on? I'm gonna play it. We live, but I'm gonna play it because I said some things we listen to and believe, and then we be like, get back to nature. I saw this commercial. Was it? I don't know. I think I was at the dealership, the car dealership, and it was a commercial. I was sitting here waiting to speak to one of the guys, and I was like, looking at the commercial. The commercial was showing how nasty it is to be outside in the grass with your feet. Tell me you're gonna get bacteria and germs and bugs. I'm like, these commercials be making me sick, and I'm like, look, family, we gotta learn to know what's common sense, what's a lie, and what's when somebody trying to pull the wool over your eyes. But we're gonna go ahead and play this because I just want you to hear it. I just want you to hear it. And yeah, I just hey, hey Sherry, how you doing? Look. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But I just want y'all guys to hear this. And look, just want you to hear it because like a lot of things we take for granted. We take a lot of things for granted and we don't realize that are we being lied to or am I should be in the sun or did I miss something? You're missing things, fam. I'm telling you, we miss so many things because we got this free will and we got these hurt feelings and we got to forgive and stop having hurt feelings. But I just want to play this clip. I just want to play this clip and I just want you guys to just listen. It's let me see if it's this one. Hold on. Is it this one? So it's this video. I just want you to listen to this. It's about a minute, family. So and it's powerful. So I just want you to listen. Just listen.
Take those shoes off. They'll make you sick. In 1960, we invented synthetic materials. The first thing we did was we put rubber soles, synthetic soles on the shoes. We started wearing sneakers. So it's the most common sense thing that we are organisms that live and grow and depend entirely on the earth while we're alive. And yet we have completely isolated ourselves from it. We're so disconnected that it becomes this weird thing if we actually slip our shoes off. This was the single thing that probably caused the proliferation of inflammation-related health disorders far and above anything else. In simple terms, grounding is literally putting your bare feet on the ground. When you do that, you're in contact with the earth, and Mother Earth is endowed with electrons, and these electrons are literally absorbed through your feet. It's like taking handfuls of antioxidants, but you're getting it through the feet. Grounding means connecting to the earth to support the specific function of the organs of your body. It supports the body as a whole, but it specifically supports organ systems down to the tissues and the cellular function of the entire body.
Now, if you heard it, it says down to the tissues, down to the cells of your entire body. That's why I'm always talking about grounding, going out hugging trees, putting your bare feet in the soil, putting your hands in the soil, getting out there, grounding and being in the soil. That's why I said plant a garden. That's why you be seeing people so happy on a farm and they just happy go luckily and they're not sick because they gave up what's making them sick. And it's a lot of us don't want to give up what's making us sick. And I know a lot of people like right now, a lot of people laugh because I was talking about the meat making you sick. If you're doing abundance, family, abundance, because if you took a natural hamburger from these famous restaurants and the burger's about the same price, you took that hamburger and you ate it, it gave you no nutritional value. None. Your body will try its best to break it down and I mean break it down and turn it into sugar. But you wonder what type of sugar that is burning down to because your body do need sugar to fuel your body, to give you energy, to give you vitality. Your body do need sugar, but it's the right sugar and it's the wrong sugar. So what sugar and what are you putting in your body? Because a lot of us woke up and ate a bowl of cereal. There is a Kamut cereal out there. I am trying that. and I'm trying it for a week because I want to see what it does to my body and what it actually do. Meaning, will the rash go away? Will it get bigger? I'm doing tests, family. So I'm testing things on my body. I test things on myself before I put it out. I always do that, and I give free samples out so people can tell me, you know, how things is affecting whatever, how you put that word in there, you know, how it's, affecting their body. Really, it's affecting. And then you look at the effects and you look at the effects. Let's not put it out there. You know that word's tricky. Woo! Tell you about what kind of school you went through, because some of us went and just regurgitated and they just told you what to think instead of helping you think. But enough about the school system. But that's one thing that we got to forgive too. Forgive them teachers for just telling us what to think and putting you to a job instead of making you creative and create your own business to where you have a family bank instead of a bank that's not giving you no dividends, no loans, and the loans got a big interest instead of a zero loan, and just putting the money back into the family so the next family members and the next family members could use that money to get us out of this hole that y'all put us in, this quicksand. Y'all know it is like quicksand. I'm trying to pull myself out, but they keep putting more and more laws, jokes, and the fake truths because y'all listen to the undressing a well-dressed lie. Yeah, y'all go back. Y'all go back and check it out on my podcast. I'm just saying, family. I'm just saying. But another thing that we have to address when I was talking about looking in the mirror, a lot of us are carrying pain. And I'm talking about pain that you just don't want to forgive. Now, if you're harboring, like, y'all know the sugar pills, it's the power of the mind, family. It's the power of the mind. I keep telling you, it's the power of the mind that what we do is we believe and we hold on to this belief, because I had some beliefs that Ray Hagan, I knocked it out of me because I was like, breaking things down with common sense. I'm gonna just put it there because a lot of people can't handle it. A lot of people can't handle it. And when you go over and you keep hearing lie after lie and the truths come out, it makes you some type of way. It makes you bitter. But I don't want you to be bitter. I just want you to know it, accept it, and grow and push past it. We just gotta know, grow, accept it, and push past it, because that's the bitterness and the harbor. And you can be, I don't want you to be hateful. I want you to be positive, loving, and to be about your purpose. Because if we all be about our purpose, yes, that's that secret power. That's that power. That's that secret that I was trying to tell you. These secrets that we should know, but it's a secret. So something to the secret, family. Y'all know what secret means. I know what secret mean, but you got to be part of this club, that club, the good old boys, the good old girls, the Dixie clubs, and all them other ones that we wasn't privy to, but because we trying to be along, get along, and be a part. We start and get part of them books, and get them books, and you got to read them books and get that book list and learn and grow, and then you be about it, and then how and why to properly lose that belly fat. That's not really hard to lose at all, because it's the free will, it's the mind, it's the body, it's the soul, it's you being consistent, showing up, showing out for your life, for your health. Because no one, I mean, these are tricky words what I'm about to say, because nobody can make you do something. And it's true, because some of you can say it's not true. Y'all can debate and throw all this logic in. But we got this circle, family. It's this circle that goes around and around and around and around. But as this circle going around, do you see something changing? Because the cycle of life, we were born of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Mommy and daddy got together, created us. Spark came in, piece of God jumped in mama belly. Heartbeat, we here. Y'all be like, this girl crazy. Y'all know what I mean. You know what I mean if you really follow. This spirit, this flesh. Your ego was hurt. Instead of us having unconditional love like the children's had, we got this ego. This ego's hurt, this I mentality instead of this we loving, getting together, forgiving, because you forget they're gonna keep doing the same thing. Why are you gonna let them take your joy and take your peace? We gotta stop letting them take our joy, take our peace, and learn just to be silent. Because that silence is the answer. That's not yeah. Sometimes you ain't gotta say no or yes. You just be silent and you just sit back and look. Because people gonna show their character, they're gonna show who they are, and you'll be like, I see you. You gonna be like, I see you. You don't act like I don't see you because I see you. You be like, mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. Are you willing to give up what's making you sick? A lot of people are not willing to give up this fleshly desires. We're not willing to give that up. We're not willing to give up in the secrets how we got them Snicker bars and them candies that now y'all see Skittles, they suing people. I know I saw it before, but the same thing. Let's talk about our babies. Let's talk about our babies. Because what I was alluding to when I first was talking about breakfast, lunch, and dinner, are you feeding your 2-year-old, 2-year-old and up, the same thing you're eating? That's something that we got to really think about. Something we need to meditate. Are you feeding your 2-year-old and your 1-year-old? Because y'all know we like to give them the ice cream, the candies, the lollipops to shut them up. And you don't realize that you're addicted. You're putting something in their brain and you're making their brain addicted to it the same way they would eat fruit and the fruits and vegetables where they fill up at. Hear me out, family. Y'all need to do this test. And y'all need to do this test. And it's not really a test. It's just one day or a week, however you want to do it, because y'all know people be like, I got you for 5 seconds, and if you don't like what I'm saying, you're going. Or I got you for at least 5 minutes. You be like, oh, she's making sense. I want you to take a mango, just one mango, feed it to that child, and see how quickly they get full. See how quickly they get full. You be like, you ain't full because yesterday you had a piece of chicken, you want another piece of chicken, and then you ate a bag of chips and you still wasn't full. Y'all see what I'm telling you? But I want you to do that test. Give your child a whole fruit like a pear, an apple, banana. See how full they get versus the whole food versus you cooking an animal and you give them mashed potatoes, gravy, rice, and a salad. They're gonna eat all that. They're gonna pick over the salad, but they're gonna eat all that food because some of the foods are made up to trick your mind to tell you you're not full. There's these chemicals that we just play in silent that's making your mind just be like, I ain't full. I ain't full, you know? That's why when I said I ate a bowl of blueberries, I was full of those blueberries versus if I would have ate oatmeal, I'd be like, man, I could eat another bowl. Y'all know, eat another bowl and y'all see this tape. Just imagine this your bowl because that's the bowl of blueberries versus the oatmeal. If you take a bowl, a glass bowl, family, I know it ain't a bowl, but y'all got to use your imagination because I didn't bring a bowl out here. But if you take a bowl about this size, y'all see it's about half of my finger. If you take a bowl and eat a bowl of blueberries, a bowl of oatmeal, you may need a little bit of bowl. I will put 2 bowls, maybe a little, make sure it's a plethora. Eat that many blueberries versus that oatmeal. You can eat another thing of oatmeal because what you did with that oatmeal, you put that white sugar and then you put some cow milk because it just needed that kick. And you put the blueberries on there. That oatmeal and blueberries versus the blueberries by itself. I want to know what's going to make you full and what's going to make you satisfied because it's not really being full. It's about being satisfied of what you just partake. And then when you start feeling gassy and bubbly, you're going to feel gassy and bubbly on that oatmeal versus that blueberries. And then it's with blueberries because if you bought a 3 or 4, throw them out. I said it. Get a 9. Grow them yourself. Grow them yourself. Woo! We could talk about this all day and all night because I'm trying to tell you, are you willing to give up what's making you sick? Because you like, what's really making us sick or what's really making you sick? What's really affecting our bodies? What's really making us sick? And then but are you willing to give it up? Because a lot of us, like I said, have a muffin for breakfast. A lot of us went in and I'm not talking about the muffin that you substituted the white flour and the domino sugar, the big thing of sugar, and you put the dairy milk and then you crack the egg, and that's the muffin that I don't want you to eat. The muffin I want you to eat, the muffin that has substitutes, where you took a banana, you did a banana and you mixed the banana together and held it together and cooked, with some tapioca. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna say tapioca, but you just took, some coconut flour and made your muffin, versus you taking, you know, those blueberry muffins, because people say, oh, I put fruit in this better. Right, but what flour, what ingredients? It's all about the ingredients that you use. Just like I'm saying, eating these cereals, what are your ingredients? What are the ingredients? Because I have blueberries. That's the ingredients. Blueberries in a glass. And you not pick them with my hand. I be picking them like, these are my candies because they sure taste good. And eat them one at a time, family. Eat them one, and make sure you chew. Some of that the skin is a little rough. Just make sure you chew and chew well. And I want to jump back to when I was talking about the people that had the gastric bypass. You do need a blender and a juicer, because that's the only way your body, when it gets inside, for your body to really do what it needs to do, because the very main parts of your organ that you took out is the vital organ that you need, that carry the majority of your microbiome to actually absorb. And same thing with you guys. Just, we're talking about everybody across the board. If you're constipated, you're severely not letting nutrients get into your body, because your body is going through a sick spell. Your body's actually getting more acidic because you're letting the poop go back into your body, and you're just, I mean, it's just sitting there, and you're just steady eating. And as it's sitting there, all you're doing is taking a brick and putting a brick on top of a brick. And you know how we got to fill in the gaps? So you fill in the gaps because you're eating on top of eating on top of eating. And you're taking the sausage that you had for lunch, and I mean the bacon you had for breakfast, and then you had the hero that you had, the heavy meats, or you had the pizza and you had the heavy meats, because y'all know we got the meat lovers instead of the veggie lovers. You took the meat lovers, and you didn't use the coconut crust. And then when you had dinner, you had 3 pieces of chicken, or you had a mini chicken. Y'all know we take that mini hen. You had that mini hen, and then you wondering why your body's backed up. And you're like, I need the colon queen. Y'all gotta call me. Y'all know. I'm not gonna tell my phone number, but support at verywisealternatives.com. I will get your email. And a lot of you guys are like, I didn't get your email. Check your spam folder. Check your spam folder, because that's where it went. If the first time you sent me a message, that's where it went. It went into your spam. I'm like, dang, you did contact me. And most of the time I will call you back. Because sometimes I can't email all that. Sometimes I'll call you back. But anyway. But now you see what I'm getting at, as far as about what's making you sick, and to reverse that, to reverse it is what I'm talking about. That's why I played the video, us putting these shoes on our feet instead of connecting with the earth. Because I'm gonna tell you, I showed the video where I talked about feet. That was my last shorts that I put. And y'all see, I'm not putting that many shorts out because I'm getting ready to put some, my merchandise in the store. I'm so proud of myself. But anyway, I'm talking about your feet, because if you look at the bottom of your feet, or Google it, go and look at the bottom of your feet and show which organ your body's affect. Especially, that's why I want you to take them shoes off, go out there, get your feet in that soil, and stop letting people play with this right here. Stop letting people play with this, because this and this is connected. And you, in your heart and mind, y'all know your gut is first. You be like, ooh, I got a feeling. But what the feeling is telling, is it telling you hungry? Is it telling you want meat? Or is it telling you want fruit? Think about it. We quick to go get the fruit, and the meat, and we quick to go put something in the microwave. And then we like, wait a minute. So you saying that's making me sick too? We got to go and look at all the other videos that people tell us. So how do the food is different from you cooking it with the pots and pans versus you use the microwave. But I really want you to cook less. You're like, I need to cook less. I want a hot meal. Do you really need a hot meal? Or do you need your body to rest? And I mean rest. Because I'm talking about, your body and you getting rid of or willing to give up what's making you sick. Because sometimes when you need to give up is the cooked foods for a spell, spell, for a spell. That means a period of time, which is a trick because, you know, my next one's going to be talking about time. It's going to be talking about time, but in a whole different way. It's going to talk about time because a lot of us, we willing? Are we willing to give up just for a little bit, just a period, brief of time? Because if you do it for a day, because my thing is three. I'm gonna tell you, it's a power of three, and y'all need to look at these numbers. And it's a power with these numbers: 369. 19 keys. Y'all gotta really know why people saying this. I ain't like I ain't believing this voodoo and this numbers. It's a reason why you feel that way. And sometimes I can say it's ignorance. You're like, why are you calling me ignorance? I'm not saying it's used because it's been brought down innately, believe it or not. When mama and daddy got together and did the do and had you actually got a part of them and a part of mama and daddy, and that, you know, illness or that, how can I put that, trauma came to you. That's why we kind of similar. And these are the things that you fail to realize, that you be like, oh, the diseases that they keep labeling us and labeling you and saying that you have, and that never goes away, is because we're not giving up what's really making us sick, and we're believing it, and we're taking this as law, as fact. That's why it's quick to say, oh, daddy died of high blood pressure. It's going to happen in my it could happen, it could or may, we got to put these words in, happen to you. Yes, if you continue the same route, it's going to say it's going to happen to you. That's the heredity. But the heredity is the things that you inherit, is the trauma. If we don't break them cycles and show more love, or be, you know remove some things out our lives, remove some things out of life. Because right now, a lot of us are not hydrating. I can go back to hydration. A lot of people are not sleeping, not doing exercise, and those are the three things I'm always bring and tie these videos back. A lot of us was not, breastfed, and same thing with us, being through the vagina. And what I was speaking on, I'm gonna bring it back because y'all know I be going way around the moon and back. I'm gonna bring it back to your kids. Y'all see these commercials talking about the implement locking bowels, right? So what about the other food locking your bowels, causing you all these illnesses and all this stuff? Because I'm gonna tell you, you speak life over your children too. So stop speaking criticize to them, and stop speaking that poisonous talk to them, because you're poisoning them with your rhetoric. Y'all go back and listen. I don't know the young lady's name, but she's sitting showing her profile and she's telling you guys. And when she was talking about the unspoken, oh my goodness, the unspoken, the no, let me go. Let me look. Cause family, it was powerful, and we put so much trauma on our kids. We do, and we do it unintentionally. We do it unintentionally because they did not ask to be here. So you owe them those meals. You owe them everything. You owe them until they're able to do it themselves. And some of us spoil them too much. They rotten, and you didn't teach them about responsibility, and we didn't teach them about, being, it's called, wait a minute, let me see. It's called the unavailable truth. Boy, that love and unavailable truth. Y'all go back and listen to that podcast that I put on. This sister broke that down because we don't know how to love. For one, we don't know how to love. That's why we need to forgive ourselves and learn to love. That's why I did that course, because y'all need to face, we need to face so many demons and stuff and things that we believe in, because I don't believe that, there's one God. That's it. We got go back to the circle. But we still need to address some of the things that we do and so many things that we cause to these children, instead of just giving them all the love and grow them up, teach them right, because they need to be at your level. So when it's time for them, they know where to finish where you left off. You know what I mean? So give them more books to read, give them of you, because remember, each experience they see is something brand new for them, especially from birth to 7 years old. From birth to 7 years old, everything they come encounter to is a brand new event, brand new adventure for them. And if we mess that up, man, you done planted a seed and you ruin that child. And then it's going to take years to unfix that. It's going to take years. And you be like, man, because I'm going to tell you, when I learned some stuff a couple of years ago, I was angry, but did it make me bitter? No, it made me wiser. I need you to be wiser and a critical thinker. I need you to tap into your purpose, tap into like your niche. Like, y'all know I can talk all day about health, but I need to bring it back to, you as a person, as an individual. As an individual, your body's hurting for a reason. Why is your body hurting? Like I said before, you putting information, meaning good nutrients into your body, or you putting inflammation, stuff that's flaming and keeping you in a lake of fire, keeping you in a pit of hell, and keeping your body acidic, going into acidosis, killing you dead quick. And you be like, wait a minute, I ain't ready to go. So if you ain't ready to go, and you really want to change, then you got to put your mind and do some deep breathing exercise, because you got to meditate. Because I'm telling you, when you smell that pizza, smell that burger, smell that chicken, you be like, instead of eating it, you will fall back and meditate and be strong and have that will to say, nope, not today. Not today. Today I'm going to love me and I'm going to do it. And they be like, oh, girl, what you doing? You done lost 50 pounds. You be like, yeah, because I love me. We'll stop with the nonsense. We'll stop with the nonsense, because all it takes is you. Just like I took accountability for myself from not taking all that stuff that was just suppressing my body. And I wasn't getting to the root cause. I wasn't getting to the root cause. And the root cause was my body was going into acid. My body was going into acidosis. It had so much acid because I was just eating everything and thought it was good for me. So I had to give up what was really making me sick. I had to give up what was making me sick. I had to give up what was constipating me. I had to give up, because a lot of us don't realize that some of these prescription medications robs you of your nutrients, meaning it takes the liquids, because it's going in there and it's doing whatever it's doing, suppressing whatever, because I don't know your issue. I just know mine's. So what it was doing, it was going in there, and I'm drinking my sodas, and I'm especially Dr. Pepper. Ooh! I'm drinking this stuff and it wasn't really doing anything for me. So I was like, nope, I'm giving my body some fruits and vegetables that my body deserves, so I can poop and get this stuff out of me, because it doesn't go in there. It doesn't belong in there. You get the nutrients and you go out, because you need the energy to keep pushing forward. A lot of us don't have energy. You have to ask yourself why I don't have energy. And you guys can ask a whole lot of questions, and I get it, but without having a consultation, because you can sit here and put on a chat, yo, I'm constipated. And I'm like, it's three things that constipate you. It's three things. You got to think about it. It's three things. Your medication, the foods. Think about it. Think about it. And then your mind. We don't break these thoughts because we don't want to be hydrated. We could put all this food, but we're not putting the liquids. We're not hydrating because we're poisoning our mind. Oh, I'm fine. I can do this. I can do that. No, we do so much because we see somebody else looking at TV and looking at these movie stars and looking at all these people fit and all this. Be like, what they really doing? If you actually spend a day with them, you be like, I ain't doing that. Like a lot of people talk about, they want to, get fit because it's summer. You got to start that back in the winter. You got to start that way back there, because if you start in spring, it all depends on how truly dedicated you are. Because honestly, you can lose about, oh, this is reaching. This is seriously reaching. You can lose about 30 pounds in 3 days. And that is because a lot of us need a suppository. We need an enema to unclog what's in our colon. A lot of us are walking around with 20, 30, even 40 pounds of poop, of undigested whatever right there in your gut. And you be like, wait a minute, is that what a weight is? Man, y'all, we got to really look. We got to really think. We got to really think. Look, I done sat there and ran my mouth for 55 minutes. Do anybody have any questions? Because I still need to speak on one thing. I need to speak on one thing because we need to like just because like let me clean this up. Yes, we can forgive our parents. Yes, we can look at ourselves, but truly we got to give up these past hurts. And I mean these hurts that you forget you have, because a lot of us, we do things like subconsciously. Like I dressed like a tomboy, and this is something that was self-conscious, that I was speaking to somebody, and it was like an epiphany woke me up. Like, dang, is that why I won't wear a dress? Because I wore tomboy clothes. I wanted to hide your figure, because when somebody tell I was in church and they tell you, and this was things that we don't think about past hurts, and they tell you different things like you're enticing the preachers to stop smiling because you're showing, the sexy part. You be like, stop being a pervert, because I ain't showing no sexy because I'm grinning. That's why mama be like, stop grinning, don't smile. And I forgot, y'all go back to watch these songs, because some of these songs be telling you like a rose is a rose, but I forgot what song that was saying. I don't know. I should have researched before I got on and went live, but I was like, no, I'm going live, because if I don't, and I do an outline, I ain't gonna follow the outline anyway. But anyway, it tells you don't smile, everybody. Don't show your teeth to every guy in the street. That was who that was. It just came in my head and went that far. But she was saying, don't show your teeth. It's true. You don't. It's okay to smile, nod your head, but don't show your teeth to every guy in the street, because they think you're flirting, just like the other things. And I'm not going to go into, that dark side. Y'all know the dark side. I'm going to keep it to the light. But a lot of us are subconsciously like, holding and harboring these feelings of hurt, instead of just letting it go and just releasing it, because you're not going to really get to the root cause or the root issues of your problem if you don't do the work. That's where that meditation and that breath work, that real deep, and I mean deep work that you got to do for yourself. That I'm probably saying it wrong, but if y'all do some deep breathing exercises, if you actually do a fast, and I mean a fast where you're not eating a piece of bubble gum or a piece of candy, no fruit, I'm talking about strictly juicing, you're going to start realizing things going to start flooding. I mean, flooding. And you're going to be like, man, I need to deal with that trigger. I need to deal with that trigger, because a lot of things that trigger us is on us. Just like me don't like me, like y'all saying, I got to dive something. And I can sit there and say, the only reason why that bothers me, that it triggers me because it triggers me. Can you stop calling? Thank you. It triggers me because I'm looking at certain family members, or I'm sitting here looking at certain family members do the exact same thing and they're not willing to be heard. So we can't force our will upon them. And that's what I had to learn. And I had to deal with that self-consciously. So that was a pet peeve. So now when people say it, don't bother me as much. That's why if you see one of my shorts, it says my greatest pet peeve or whatever. And that because you're saying a lot of things, but you don't realize that God, the creator, made fruits and vegetables. If there's an illness out there, he made something that's going to take care of it and heal it. But when it's man-made, man, y'all be playing with nature and be playing with things, and y'all don't realize what y'all be playing with. And that's why we have a lot of stuff going on that's going on. But I just wanted to really get to you. And that's something that we have to deal with privately. I don't know if you want to get your partner, get an accountability partner. Because I know a lot of people, when I be saying I'm gonna be accountability partner, they be like, dang, she go too hard. And let me tell you about this. Let me just tell you about me. Let me tell you. A lot of people, or I can say some, few, I don't know. I don't know how many. I don't know how many. They be like, you come off too, gunshot blast to the chest. Some of people need that, but I'm not saying it out of hate, malice. I'm saying it out of pure love. I'm trying to reach your pain, because it's up to the individual pain level to where that pain, because everybody got a threshold. Everybody got a threshold of that pain. And I'm telling you, when that pain reach you, where you just want to not be here no more, that's the people that I'm trying to reach, because y'all don't realize that. Y'all go to third element vitality. He'll tell you. Y'all go to his website. That's the name of his business. He will tell you. He'll tell you about the pain. He will tell you. We helping people with the pain. And that's why I go hard. And that's why I say things that's like a gunshot blast to her chest. Sometimes they're like, I can't do that. Yes, you can. And when I tell you, I'm not telling you to do it overnight. I didn't say just go give up meat, because you cannot do it cold turkey. Some people can. Some people can do it cold turkey. Some people can't. You got to go with what's comfortable for you. Remember, we are only the individual. We are very unique. Because of your uniqueness, you still powerful. You so powerful. Remember, only you can drive that free will. Only you can drive that change, to change you to be a better version of you. So you can, give up what's making you sick. And I mean, give it up to a point to you're just doing it in moderation. Because a lot of us, if you realize what you're doing to your colon, what you're doing to your intestines, a lot of us are walking around with extra fatty tissue around our heart. A lot of us don't know that. And the simple things, when you tell me like words like diabetes, these words, you put that label on yourself. When you say these words, I think about the organ that's given out, that's failing us, being suppressed. We got to look at the spleen. We got to look at our pancreas. We got to look at that. We have to realize what organ. You be like, well, so what organ gives me, my insulin? And people don't realize that. You be like, well, if I go and eat too much fruit, the key thing is you don't realize what fruit are you talking about. Because if y'all get up in the morning and just eat 4 bananas, of course your sugar gonna be high. You know why? Because which fruits you choose. Remember, you choose the fruit. So you chose the wrong fruits. And that's why you ain't speaking to us. Because you get a consultation with an herbalist, they'll be like, boo, you got to deal with the fruits, because it's low carbs. That means it's low sugar. Because when we go get the oatmeal, we put the white sugar, and y'all know them little packs of things that y'all be putting on there, instead of just taking some cinnamon and scratch it on there. I said scratch. Or taking some dates, dehydrated, ground them up and have some date sugar. But we want to go ahead and use everything else and put that splash of milk because it tastes good. How you know it tastes good? Because I had it before. I used to eat it. I used to go and put oats, overnight oats with the berries and put the banana. I'm like, they don't go together. That's why I was bloated and still was constipated. I'm like, man, I'm eating these oatmeal. I said, you'll go or you'll have diarrhea, because my colon and my my intestines was inflamed. They was on fire, and because they was on fire, I wasn't getting any nutrients because my my intestines was sick. My intestines was sick, and I was failing them, and I kept poking all kind of holes in it, and that's why parasites was spilling. I had tainted blood, and that's why my body caused me to have low bone density. Y'all gotta really look at what's low bone density. You have to look at, are you taking vitamins and minerals, man? And we don't wake up and see it. We just say, okay, the doctor say the thing called high blood pressure. You be like, okay, so what is the high blood pressure? Your kidneys, especially the adrenal glands, they're clogged. Unclog them. Unclog them. That's it. Unclog them. Do everything you can to unclog them. Y'all gotta sit down, and that's why I'm always telling my teas. No, I don't have my tea because I already drank it. Y'all see that everything's packed up. I'm ready to take this stuff to the store. So it's right here packed up. So that's I'm ready to get out of here. But I just went live because I should have sat here with my tea. Especially y'all see that tea that Herbal's Cream had. Woo, that purple sage healthy living. I'm waiting for mine now. Look, mine's is ordered. I'm waiting for mine now. But anyway, I already have my tea. But that's why want y'all to drink those teas. I want y'all to sit back and drink your tea and sip it because it's hot and it's going down, it's warm in your body, and it's unclogging you. Them herbs is in there like the dandelion, the burdock root, your ginger. Those teas be going in there, the cleavers. Yeah, plantain. Be going in there, taking care of you, unclogging you. Why you think that cayenne pepper is so fire? And we've been talking about cayenne pepper. We've been talking about cayenne pepper since day one. I'm gonna talk about day one, 2020. We've been talking about that cayenne pepper. I gotta use the word may, so it may unclog your heart. It may stop blood. I gotta put that may because study shows it may ease that pain. I mean, we got to see what studies already shown what it does, but I got to put that word may in there because it's a video. It may stop a heart attack. It may, like I said, unclog a blood clot. I forget what I actually told you. We got to think about what a cayenne pepper, what it does. You know what I'm saying? I got to throw the word may in there because, these the how can I put these words lightly, we have people that make the laws, and they make the laws so it's a lot of words you just can't say. Y'all already know. So these are things that may does because clinical trials is already there what these herbs do to array of people, especially if you're like me, mocha chocolate blind, whether you're high yellow, deep dark, and I'm talking about the blue black. If you in my man, y'all better enjoy them herbs. Y'all better enjoy them herbs. The secret's already out. Y'all better enjoy them herbs. Get them herbal teas. Get your herbal teas. That's why I have a lot, especially my mind and body tea. I got the tummy tea. I got the liver tea. I got the detox tea. I know, Viola, you need to put them in on your website. It is. Just email me. Support at Verywisealternatives. The teas are $20. Teas are $20. Y'all already know. Reach out to me. I gotta stop being lazy and get in here. Yeah, I gotta get in there updated. But I'm making it so I can put these things in the stores. I got a store that's hosting me. I'm so happy. But enough about that. I gotta throw the commercial in. It's me putting the commercial in there. But these teas, the herbs, you doing deep breathing exercise, you get your behind out the house, get out from behind the computer, take the break on your lunch, snack, 15-minute breaks, go out there and get into nature. Get into nature because we are disconnected. We got shoes on our feet. We got stuff on the bottom of our souls, and our souls need to be reconnected with the earth. So I done told you each and every whole time of this video, I done told you what you need to, to get, stop yourself from how can I put it? Because my mind is just like, because the stuff that's really making us sick, the stuff that's hurting us. We have to look at what's hurting us. And getting back to our children now. So if it's hurting you, you're not going to look at your children? Are you going to really look at your children? Are you going to look at the cereals they eat, how much candy they ate, what kind of sugar, what kind of vitality and kind of nourishment, what kind of wholesome vitamins and minerals your children is getting? Because you can go ahead and say, I'm going to stuff their butt and we're going to put rice cereal and we're going to put pad them. That's what we used to call it, the rice, the barley, the oats in their cereal, in their bottles, and we're going to fill them up. We keep talking about what the milk do, but you don't think what that does, because you're just trying to get them to sleep longer. Go ahead and get you a juicer, get you a blender, feed them that, and that will stuff them children. Because I fed my grandbaby a mango this weekend, and she was full. She was like, she was full off of one mango. I sliced it up. Matter of fact, it was even probably a half a mango. She was full and she was satisfied. Versus if I would have gave her oatmeal or cereal or anything like that, I'm telling you, she was satisfied. But y'all got to try this on yourselves, try this on your family, and then watch how they pee. Y'all already know y'all change the pamper, But I'm looking at my 3-year-olds to 18-year-olds. I know we done had them addicted, and you says, well, I'm gonna get them later. No, get them now. Get them now so they don't have the pain that you have. Because some already have the pains, because these cancer cells be going through, and you be like, it's like a double dutch. Is it going to take and be a dead cell that turns into a mass? We don't want it to turn into a mass. We want them dead cells to come on out and keep on coming out. But look, family, love you guys. I'm just running my mouth, but we need to get back and ask a question to ourselves. Are you willing to give up what's making you sick? That's why I should start off all my wellness checks, but I don't. I don't even think I asked that question. I don't. Because the fact that you called and paid for that consultation shows me that that's what you're willing to do. Some of y'all don't like the outcome. You're like, oh, she go too hard. She does this. You scare people off. I don't mean to scare you off, but I'd rather tell you what you need to do. Now, if you want me to hold your hand and just say, do the parasite cleanse, we can do that. To the next cleanse, do a blood cleanse, we can do that. The next cleanse, a colon cleanse, we can do that. But remember, it's you going on my website, Verywisealternatives, and buying the product. That's up to you. That is up to you. And that's the whole reason why I do these videos. But if y'all notice, the information is free. We talking about these doctors that we need to be going out like music, smiling, going out and being in the fresh air. And I mean around some trees, and touch the tree, hug the tree, take them shoes off, sandals. That's why I was talking about the flip flops, and they already flagged me, so y'all know I got a hit against that video when I showed the feet to my grandparents' feet. Y'all know we gotta look at our grandparents' feet and take care of their feet, because they don't be taking, half of them can't even bend down and touch their toes, especially since they eating all this sugar. Y'all know, look, our parents get older and all they want is sugar. Yes, because it's so addictive and they got this big belly. But why? You be like, what's in there? What is in there? What is in their belly when their body's skinny, but they got this big belly? You're like, what's making them sick? What's stocking them up? What's making them bloated like that? And if you realize that's the intestines getting bigger and bigger, you're like, wait, you tell me that's the intestines? What else could it be? What else could it be? Because we're stretching our stomach, our liver is clogged, and we don't realize our adrenal glands. Let me tell you, when you have an issue and your body's thrown off, we got to go back to the gland. We got to go back to the glands, because a lot of us don't realize your glands are clogged, especially that pineal gland, but y'all don't want to talk about that. Our glands are clogged. Then we like, wait a minute, your glands are by some major organs, or by some major organs, your pituitary, your hypothalamus, your adrenal glands. We just don't really know how important our glands are and what it does for our bodies. A lot of us just want to stay clogged. Then we wonder how we get these labels, and then all we concerned about is the labels and taking the Skittles, and then we just say, okay, but if the doctors, I got it the rest of your life. That study shows that's not true. Studies already shown, the proof is already out there, that because Your provider just may not know, just may not know. And that's, that's something that we have to really, take a hard truth. That's why you want to get second opinion. A lot of people don't want to get, a lot of people can't afford second opinions, but that's why you should get second opinions. So, but I'm gonna go to my shadow work. Appreciate you. That is what we need. Shadow work. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, herbalist Mike. Appreciate you, third. You know, element vitality. Shadow work. That's what we need. That shadow work, because that'll get you right. Let me tell you. Let's talk about shadow work for a little bit. A lot of us don't want to face what we see in the mirror. But that's the main person that you're supposed to love. That's the main person you're supposed to take care of. Because without you, what would your family have? Remember, if you don't want to really be here, then, I would, I know this kind of bad. The video's not for you. I wish you all the luck, success, happiness, joy. I just wish you no pain. That's when I'm always reaching out to people that suffer in silence. I wish you no pain, because the people I'm reaching out, the ones who are willing and want to give up. But like I said, a lot of us don't know. A lot of us have providers that don't know. Honestly, they were not taught it. Then you wonder why, because that's a whole other subject. It's a whole other subject. But some of them just don't know, because all they know is what they learned in school and what worked. But remember, when they going through the school, they lose patience too. Patients die. I know y'all don't want to hear that, but they lose patience too. So you be like, well, how they die? And they're like, oh, they had a vitamin deficiency. You didn't know that? I'm talking trash, but it's videos late. Ain't nobody gonna watch this pass. But I'm talking trash. They lose people too. So when they lose, and be like, why? They go back and look and be like, oh, we shouldn't have cut into the cancer because it's spread. And y'all know, because you don't want it. Some of us don't want to know. Some of us be like, oh, but it's so good. I'm not giving up my meat. And it's true. Let me tell you, it's true. If you go back and look at all the people who say meat is good for you, it ain't my people. It ain't my people. It ain't my people. And I'm going to drop the mic from there. It is not my people saying that. And I'm going to tell you, eventually, it's going to happen to them too. It's going to take them out too. Because studies already shows, it's already written, it's already there. That's why I'm talking about the circle of life. The circle of life, we live and then we transition. Hence the word transition. You transition. But are you changing anything in that circle of life? Because I said I'm getting off them 13 to 17 medications. I'm going to be out in the sun. I'm going to go and be in the soil. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to do the shadow work. I know we're talking about shadow work, but I'm just telling you, I do shadow work. And everybody has different rituals with this shadow work. Appreciate it, Mike. But shadow work can scare some people, because you'd be like, you get into the dark side of you, because I know everybody has three sides. Y'all all got three sides. Y'all got what y'all want to talk about in the public, what you want to talk about in private, and what your secrets are. And a lot of people don't want to share their secrets. And that is where you get into the shadow work, to correct and cleanse yourself and to really straighten you out. We ain't talking about everybody else. Because when y'all point, remember, you pointing, these three fingers are pointing to you. So you got a lot to check, and that's your shadow work. And I'm not going to get into it, because that is not my strength. That is not my lane. But I do my shadow work. I be in the mirror. I write things on the mirror. I speak life into me. Speak life. That's why you got to say, I am enough, because you are enough. You are loved. I am loved. It's like I say, I am a healer. I'm going to keep consistently speaking life. It's the words you say to yourself, because a lot of people put so many spells and so many things, and they kill all their dreams instead of just positivity. I mean, make yourself big headed. I mean, speak it to where you are confident, you are sure of yourself, and you believe in you. And once you love yourself unconditionally, that's the deep darkness that you need to go in. If y'all lie, stop lying. If you said you're a liar, stop lying. When you find yourself about to lie, shut up. That's why I said sometimes the answer is silence. Because some things you should not say. What time is it? Because I know I got to get ready to go. Some days 11:30. I got to get ready to go. Some things you just should not say, family. Some things you just should not say. And we be like, like I need to stop being live and I need to stop being on the computer. I need to get back and get off and get off here. I need to be like, no, you want to do videos. Y'all got so many videos. I done said so much. I'm not saying it's gonna be my last live or last video, but I'm gonna take me a break. You know, it's my birthday month. Y'all know it's my birthday month. But anyway, I gotta take a break, you know, because these algorithms are or the new, people that tell on you. So, but look, anybody got any questions? Because I really appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming on. Everybody needs to do shadow work. Everybody needs to do deep breathing exercises. Everybody needs to stay hydrated and sleep. I just want to make sure I say that. These are key things. And let me tell you, this video is not to say because your husband making you sick. That's a whole different sick. I ain't telling you leave your spouse. I ain't telling you leave your kids because you had them. You had them. But y'all need to work that part out. But we're talking about stuff that you're putting in your body, putting on your body, even things you listen to. Stop gossiping. A lot of us just run our mouth too much gossiping. Y'all don't think that's making you bitter and all this other stuff and causing drama and causing especially spreading lies. Stop spreading lies because you're lying on yourself. So I said that because we gotta get back to we instead of this I and poison and I. But anyway, I love you guys. Gratitude for listening to me and taking the time and being here. And Mike, I appreciate you for being my moderator. But let me go, family. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful, phenomenal day, phenomenal life. I seriously. Play the video back, listen to it. I mean, really listen to it and take heed, take notes. Take notes. I love you guys. That's why I do this, because I care. But I'm going to go. I done ran my mouth for 1 hour and 20 minutes. I'm going for 3 hours. One day I might do that. I might do a marathon at night, but we'll see. But love, peace, and light, family. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.